This time on the MiVenture channel, we're going to take a look at this low-rise, pretty packable Moon Lence camp cot. This thing is really nice. I really enjoy it. Stick around. Well, first off, let's look at the size and the weight. And for the weight first, 6 pounds, 5 ounces. Let's look at dimensions here. And for the dimensions, it's going to be roughly 17 and a quarter by, this will vary a little bit, by about 10 inches by about 6.5, 7. So those are your dimensions. Now let's go into setting it up. So setup on this is really pretty easy. It's got a set of rails that go along the side that give it the side support. You've got the legs. I'll show you how those go together. Those go underneath it. Then you've got the fabric itself, and it's not fabric, it's well, I'm not sure exactly what you call this, but something better than tarp stuff. I don't know, here. But it seems to be of good quality. After 20 to 25 nights in this thing since I've had it in November, I like it. So the first thing you're going to do, put your sides together. These are aluminum. And it does have like little plastic stops on both ends, so that's pretty nice. Now what you're going to do is on here, you can get you in there. On one end, there's an open end that you put this into, and on the other side of there, there's nothing. It just is sewn off. So I guess this would be the trickiest part, because you got to make it through these little eyelets. It can be a touch finicky, but it's not too bad. Slide it in there. See, sometimes, see, it goes through here. Sometimes it gets a little caught out. So you just got to put it in there like that. Now, once you're done putting in both sides, you are going to want to slide it over, because this is sewn right here, and then this is loose. But it is sewn all the way through on the other side. So now that you've got both of them in there like that, you're mostly together. Lay it down flat on the ground. That's what I do. Let's do this back here. Once you're done, you're going to lay it flat on the ground. That's what I do. And you're going to start to assemble these. These are really easy to put together. There. Now you're done. Now there's an important deal right here. This side does not have it, it's rigid. This side has a cantilever. This is extremely important, and why I think when I was reading the Amazon reviews, a lot of them were breaking right in here. Let me show you how these go in. So you're gonna hook through the open spot. I'm gonna hook the one end, this guy, hook it in there, and then this is the important part. So what you're gonna do, cantilever it up like that. This is actually simpler than this, but just not used to setting it up like this. But really not used to setting it up like this. This is a lot easier to set up, it really is. So you're gonna hook it on there like so. Until you hear a click. Okay? Until you hear that click, and you're good to go. Again with the cantilever, put that on there, push it up until it clicks. See how much easier that is? So what people are trying to do that are breaking this is they're not using that cantilever like that. They're just leaving it like this and trying to force it in there and maybe doing this or doing who knows what. That's not what it's for. Slide it in there like this, snap it shut. Doesn't matter which way, you can put them this way, you can put them this way, you can put one like this, the other alternate, doesn't matter, as long as they're all in there. And that's how you do it. If you put it together and try and force it, it's probably going to break. If you take anything else away from the video, take that. And there you go, Camp Cot. Got a little side pocket on it. It's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. I love this thing. Okay, so with it open, let's take a look at the dimensions here. It is 75 1/4 by 27 1/2 from rail to rail, and it's roughly between 7, it depends on how you want to measure it, to the bottom of here is a little bit, it's like between 7 1/2 and, or 7 and 7 1/2 inches, kind of depending on how you want to measure it. Those are the incidentals of it. I would buy it again for sure. Price tag. Let's talk about the price tag on this thing. I believe, I just checked that, I believe it was $49 on Amazon. $49 on Amazon. I would not shy away from buying it. Pros and cons. The pros is it's a pretty small package. It's a low-rise cot, which I enjoy it. It's really super comfortable. In the wintertime, which I've had this since the beginning of November of 2022. It's July 7th, 2023. I've slept on it mostly in the winter and cold temperatures, and what I was doing was setting like one of them egg crate sleep things, you know, that you get at Walmart. They're about that thick. I'll set that on top of there, and my sleeping bag on top of it, and I haven't had an issue. I just recently slept on it in summer between 50 degrees and probably 62 or 63 degrees. And what I did was I put a bed sheet over this, like a twin size bed sheet over this. And then I've got like a puffy blanket, like a down blanket, and I slept with that on top of it, and I was comfortable. You can do that with I just didn't, the sleeping bag that I had was too heavy. That was gonna be too warm, so I went with the blanket instead. And that works. That works really well. It seems to be a good system. Size, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, you can fit that just about anywhere, which is the whole reason why I got it. The other thing that's a con, and it's not like that anymore, but when you first get this and you read some of the reviews on it, it says that it really creaks a lot. A lot is an understatement. And it's a weird sound. It literally sounds like somebody's walking on broken glass. It's really loud, but after the 5th time, it was almost silent. This thing is just about silent at this point in time. It's got a little bit of creaking, but it's nothing like what it was in the beginning. It really sounded bad, like it was breaking bad. But it just, apparently you just had to wear some things in. But that's the only thing that I can think of that is negative on this thing. I thoroughly enjoy this cot. This is one of the best purchases I've made in a long time as far as sleep. I mean, I used to sleep on some air mattresses and had some mixed reviews on some of those, and then I finally got this, and I absolutely love it. I am 5'8" and 170 pounds. So if you want to give an idea of that, and it's more than wide enough too, because it does kind of bow in the center, you know, like that a little bit. But there's plenty of room on this cot. I don't want for any more room. It's about the size of a sleeping bag, width-wise, and it's just really comfortable. And it's almost quiet. Like I said, don't be scared of it. It's a really good cot. I think that's about all I got to say about this, because I would definitely buy it. Do not shy away from it at all. I thoroughly enjoy this cot. So I think that'll about wrap it up with this one. This is I'm Danny, and this is the MiVenture channel. You guys take it easy, and we'll see you guys on the next video.